Hi Virgo, this is Amani, and this is your shortened version of the April 10th to April 16th, 2017 reading. These messages are also for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? So on what I was getting for you, Virgo, before I placed out the cards was somebody was returning to school. So congratulations with that, and that's why you possibly have the Eight of Earth here. This is your energy, and this is also about working very hard. You could be working hard to do plaster classes if you are going back to school. I do feel like even towards a relationship with I feel like a Cancer. There's a Cancer around you. You're trying to possibly salvage a relationship with. I feel like you dropped this person in the past is what it feels like, and it's like they're coming back into the picture. I feel like there's this need to like they really love you, they really want to be with you is what it feels like, but it's like you had to like let go of them for a little bit in order to find yourself, in order to find what you really wanted is what it feels like. If not a relationship situation, I do feel like there's a job that has been taking up a lot of your time. So if not school has been taking up your time, I feel like your family has been in need of you is what it feels like right now. But for some reason, if not that, I do feel like someone is even trying to like transfer, so possibly even transfer schools, or like I said, with a relationship, you're moving from one person literally quickly into another relationship after you just left somebody. Okay, so with this, I do feel like there's some kind of sadness associated with this though, but I feel like it was something that had to be done. Okay, either this person leaving you or you leaving them, but it almost seems like you're trying very hard to keep them around, or they're trying hard to keep you around is what it feels like to me. You could be moving farther away from them, or they're moving farther away from you is what it feels like. Okay, and with this, I do feel like this could have even be a situation where like it could have been a family member that has decided to move farther away from you, and that's what's bringing in a little bit of sadness. On Tuesday, you have Oshumar. Okay, Oshumar represents good luck and fortune. Okay, if not good luck and fortune, I usually look at a snake as being very positive, but in terms of like in a negative spectrum, if there's in a situation where you're dealing with someone who's a bit sneaky, okay, so you're dealing with someone who has, I feel like, has been telling lies to you in the past, and it's like that's coming back up to the surface for whatever reason, and it could have to do with a family member that went away from you is what it feels like to me. Okay, where they could have lied, they could have cheated, they could have done something wrong, and it's like there's a need to possibly find out the truth about that situation. If not that, I do feel like because I'm looking at the tree and I'm feeling like there's some kind of comparison going on between you and a parent. So the parent could be making a comparison to you, like saying, okay, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, you're just like me. Okay, you're just like your father, you're just like your mother, etc. So I feel like that kind of interaction could be happening to you, and it could be coming from a Pisces if you have a Pisces parent is what it feels like. Okay, if not, this Pisces parent could be comparing you to another earth sign individual in your life. All right, or you could be doing this where you're comparing yourself, okay, to someone who I feel like is fairly in a close age range to you. Maybe you're younger than that other earth sign person, but there's some kind of comparison being made between your moves, like how you move and how they move is what it feels like to me. Okay, and with this, I also feel like there's some kind of treasure being found, either in some kind of love relationship, like I said, in a new one. It's almost like having to get rid of something old to bring something new in. But in order to find that new treasure, that new beginning, you had to lose something is what it feels like to me. So it could even be like money, whereas like you've been waiting for some kind of money. So if you lost a job, but then like something turns around for you out of nowhere in your favor, and then money suddenly comes in very quickly for you is what it feels like to me. Okay, so whereas there might have been some kind of loss on the financial front, that's finally coming back to you. Okay, based on whatever happened on Monday. On Wednesday, you have the Eight of Water here. So this is some kind of uncomfortable energy is going on here. It could have to do with something that, like I said, that occurred on Monday that tried to resolve itself on Tuesday, but now it's like coming back up to the surface on Wednesday. And it's something that cannot be avoided is what it feels like. I feel like someone or a group of people around you have been trying to avoid this but it cannot be avoided. Like it's like it literally, like if you look at the image, there's a huge like octopus right by the boat. Like how can you miss that? So it's like I said, because I know Taurus was getting something about an elephant in the room. There's definitely an octopus in the way of you trying to move forward, or there's some kind of situation. Whereas I feel there's a pregnancy. Okay, I just got that. Like somebody's pregnant or something. Okay, so you could have either gotten someone pregnant if you're a man, or you're pregnant, and that's why there's some kind of confusion. And whereas you needed money. So it seems like to me, whereas like if you went from not being able to like conceive, or somebody around you was not able to conceive, is what it feels like. And there's suddenly, because Taurus was getting this kind of energy too, so I feel like you do, it could even be a Taurus that you're dealing with, that that's why there's confusion in terms of somebody thought they were sick but they were actually pregnant, is what it feels like to me. Okay, so there's some kind of connection there with either a Taurus or like a Capricorn, where like those people are finding out that they're pregnant and you're like an onlooker to this, and that's why it's confusing to you. So it is, I'm gonna say this one time, it is springtime, and a lot of people are like getting pregnant and having babies out of nowhere, is what it feels like to me. So it's like you turn the corner and there's a child or there's a pregnant woman. So it's not really strange, okay? But there are a lot of babies being born now, is what I noticed. You know, it's springtime, you know, baby eggs and chicks, all right? And with this, I also feel like, if not that, that was the first thing that came to this card when I looked at it, okay? And you could be traveling to see someone, but it's uncomfortable too. So they could like be in the hospital or something, and you're having, there's some kind of uncomfortable energy associated with traveling to go see this person. And they could be a water sign, like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like this distance though that you're traveling to is a bit far. It could be 8 hours away. 8 hours, not that it's 8 hours, or like something about, I always get something with an 8. I don't know what it is, like 8 days. Like you're going to be able to travel to see this person in 8 days. All right, so maybe there's some kind of planning, like in terms of like buying a plane ticket and having to go see this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe they're the one that's not feeling good. Or there's a situation where there's an earth sign that's not feeling good and you're needed to travel them. Or you're going to hear about the result of this person's, like, whether they're pregnant, you're going to find out they're having a boy or a girl in 8 days. Like, there's something here about 8 something. Okay? 8 minutes. 8 down to like 8 minutes even. All right? So on Thursday, you have undines and mermaids. This is an older person that you're dealing with here. They could be a water sign, but yeah, I feel very heavily an older water sign person, older Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person, I feel like, is they're testing your patience, or you're testing theirs. And it's almost like it cannot be handled, because there's something going on here where you're uncomfortable and they're uncomfortable, and nobody around is expressing how they feel about something that's going on, and that's why it's so uncomfortable, and it's even like a bit confusing, like I said. And with this, I do feel like there's some kind of baggage. So you could be traveling with baggage literally to go see someone, or someone is traveling with baggage. It could even be like emotional baggage toward you, or you them, is what it feels like to me. And that's why it's uncomfortable. Okay, whereas on Wednesday, there is some kind of uncomfortable. They could be the ones, they could be a water sign that's pregnant, and they're coming to you and they're telling you, and and that's why it is making you uncomfortable with your family. Maybe your family is like shocked as to like, you got her pregnant, there's some kind of situation here, and that's why it's a bit confusing to you and your family. Okay, it's almost like being reprimanded for it, is what it feels like. And whereas like on Tuesday, you probably did have something where maybe your father is saying, okay, you're just like me. Okay, I got your mother pregnant young. Or you got your girlfriend pregnant young, is what it feels like. Like there's some kind of young pregnancy exposing situation going on here. Okay. That was Thursday. On Friday, you have fairies and sifts. All right, fairies and sifts has a lot to do with your creative self. It could even, I also feel like this could even be like an older person as well that's very creative that you're learning from. Okay, so like I said, you did have an older interaction with someone like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, where they're trying to guide you in the right directions. They're trying to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, etc. Okay, because you are younger. If you are younger, yeah, this is a relationship. You're trying to steer someone else in the right direction. You're trying to get them to change their ways, possibly even you're trying to be there for them is what it feels like to me, because maybe they don't have, it's this element of maybe they feel like they're being bombarded by other people's thoughts and feelings that they feel trapped, and that's why they're needing you to be there, or you to be yourself. You know what I mean? In terms of maybe they feel like people are talking them down too much and you're the only one that they can turn to. On Saturday, you have the 10 of fire here. So there's some kind of heavy burden. You could be walking on coals with somebody, aka walking on eggshells with someone, or a situation in your life right now. Like I said, that has been shaking up your life for this week. It could even, like I said, make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, is what it feels like to me, okay? And with this, I also feel like there's like literally like a night and day, like night and day, in terms of like you may feel one way when you wake up in the morning, and then the next minute you just feel really shitty. Okay, it's almost like not knowing where to turn, not knowing what to do, who to turn to, etc. Okay, because you feel stuck right now. And with this, I feel like there could have even been some element of crying. Like I said, somebody could have been crying a lot, okay, because they're stressed out. You could be stressed out about this person that it could be a person that's sick. It could be a person that's burdening you with their emotions, and you can't do much, okay, because maybe you're younger, you don't have the time to, or you're in school and they're trying to express these things to you and you're not. It's almost like a emotional detachment or emotional unavailability for this person or these group of people. On Sunday, you have Iku. Okay, this is about life transformation, the drastic changes occurring in your life or someone else's. You could be a witness to this happening. And I feel like with this transformation, there brings in new change. With this, I also feel like even new family members entering into your family life. Right now, it could even be like a girl is what I feel like. But this girl is not due yet. Okay, so she has some time, is what it feels like. She's not going to be due until like later on in the year, etc. If it is a baby girl that's going to be due. If not that, I do feel like this heavily, I feel change, like family changes are going on in your life right now. Changes that I feel like you didn't see coming, is what it feels like to me. Or this could have been some kind of change to someone else's life that I feel like they saw it coming. You just didn't really make sense of it at the time. So this could be life changes happening to someone that it happened very suddenly, is what it feels like to me. Okay? It's just drastic change. It's not, I don't feel anything necessarily negative. I just feel like this person's life is changing, or yours. Alright? But I feel like it's, like I said, it is for the better, because on Tuesday, it did bring in some kind of happiness to you, whatever this change is. Okay, it can even be like a whole totally new thought process that you're having or your family is having. Okay. All right, then, Virgo, that concludes it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Most importantly, I hope that it was insightful for you. Okay, take care, Virgo. Bye.